Hello ladies and gents, welcome to another Pro Evolution Soccer 2020 video with your host Spoony Pizzas. Today we're going to be looking at auto-feint and what it means by being switched on. We'll also be covering off why it could be useful for new players and even existing players as well, and why I believe it's the best way to go if you want to pull off skills in Pro Evolution Soccer 2020. Okay, I just want to dispel the myth first that auto-feint on does not mean skills are produced automatically. You still have to use the right analog stick and left analog sticks, and also your right trigger or R2 on your controller to initiate the skills. Now, what I would say with auto-feint on is the key reason that I use auto-feint is that it's more responsive than auto-feint off. With auto-feint off, you have to rotate the sticks for some skills, which makes it more time consuming to produce. And by the time the action's happened on the pitch, you've either been tackled or you've got lucky by just timing it just right. So I find with auto-feint on, it's more responsive, and that is the key reason that I use auto-feint on. And I certainly would recommend, certainly new players as well, joining the game, because let me explain how auto-feint actually works. So the right analog stick determines the way you're going to feint, and then the left analog stick determines the way you want to move the ball. And it was all determined on the way your player is facing. You can produce this exactly the same skill over and over again once you know the ins and outs of where the right analog stick has to be. It does have to be a bit more precise, which can make it a little bit more difficult to pull off the skill that you actually want to. But hopefully through my tutorials and with practice, you're going to master it and you'll be able to pull off any skill when and where you want. If you're coming from FIFA and the rotation of analog sticks doesn't bother you, then give auto-feint off a try. But if you don't find it all that responsive, definitely switch auto-feint on and just do a comparison, see how you feel. It does take a little bit to get used to. With the right analog stick and left analog stick movements, when you're producing the skills, it's important to note that you release both sticks before you start initiating the skill. So the key is, if you're running with the ball, you release all your sticks, then you initiate the skill with the right stick, and then you use the left stick to position where you want the ball to actually go. So like I said before, your right stick is your feint, your left stick is your movement of the ball. For new players who have never played FIFA or Pro Evo before, then I would definitely recommend auto-feint being switched on. As I've stated already, the sticks just make more sense in terms of the skill you're going to produce. Like this skill here exactly, I push the right analog stick one way, then I push the left analog stick the other way, and you can see that's where the ball's being moved. He's feinting with the ball to go one way, and then Ronaldo is flicking the ball the other way to bring it onto his stronger foot, allowing me to score. The only exception to the rule where the right analog stick is your feint and your left analog stick determines where the ball goes is the scissor feint, whether that's a high-speed scissor feint, a normal scissor feint, or a multi-scissor feint. So I'm just going to show you in a second after Ronaldo produces the double touch. Here, what I'm going to do is initiate a high-speed scissor feint. This one's for Brian Footy on Twitter. So to produce this, you just have to hold the right trigger, flick the right analog stick right and then left, 90 degrees to the way your player is facing, and then your left stick determines where the ball moves. So that's the only one where auto-feint slightly differs. Anyway, that's all from me, ladies and gents. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, don't forget to smash that like button. And if you haven't already done so, please subscribe. Thanks a lot, guys. I'll catch you again in the next video. Cheers, guys. Bye-bye.